you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how Summer works. And in this video, I'm going to teach you everything you will need to know about her. First, her items. So if you just go to her store, usually you have to do a tutorial. I'll show that later, or maybe in the beginning, I don't know. But if you look through her items, you see she has a bunch of items for sale and how many tickets she has. This is going to be a little quick thing. This is how you do the tutorial. Because I've seen a few people get stuck on this. She's basically teaching you how the shop works, but most people skip through it because it's kind of boring, which is why I make this video. There's all the items she's selling for this current band. Items aren't continuous, this is just an example. So, next band will have different items. Most people get stuck right here. They click on the item in the corner. You might not buy any because you don't get the point of buying any. Why would I buy this? I could just craft it. Which I'll probably need to do. I don't even think I can. I'm going to talk about her items now. You look at her items, there's the pack, which is 15 tickets, and then all these items, which are 4, 2, 1. Not all the items will look the same every van. This is what the current van looks like. Some of you might also know why people like the van so much. It's because when you buy an item, let's do that right now. Yes, she'll ask you if you want to fight. Just you press yes or you deny it, so you get the item, or you get a chance to fight her. And then this is when you get the fighter. I've been documenting all her vans in my server, so I have like a huge list. So I'll look at that to see if her Mortys are all the same. And the list I have has Dragon, Cobb, Glockenspiel, Ball Drop, and Drone. Currently I'm using Trover because you can do that. None of the Summer's Mortys are EV trained. As you can see, I have 500 health, while he has like 300. I don't care. In fact, you can actually report her. I don't recommend doing that because it sometimes can crash your game. And plus, it just says error when you do. And then you could suplex her. How much XP does that give? I think that's... Usually people like using Gotron, but I don't have any Gotrons that I can use. Mine's in the fight pit. And the other Gotron doesn't have the right moveset. But as you see, I wipe out her entire team. And she'll be like, ugh, and it's all sad, and she'll give me a shiny Morty. There's 5 Mortys you can get in this van. It's not going to stay consistent. The next van, these Mortys aren't going to be available. It's Skeleton, Vindicator, Chick, Spacesuit, and Lamp. Lamp is the exclusive Morty. Since I don't really care for Skeleton, I'm just going to release him. Saves me space. Plus, I'm only playing this van for the video. You might have noticed her levels, they range from 97 to 100. It's 98 to 100. You might have seen her Mortys, they scale from 98 to 100. That's because my highest Morty is level 100. Her Morty scale off your highest level, unlike Wilds, which scale off your lowest Morty. And her level scaling is ranged, so like level 98 to 100. It's usually 3 levels. I'm gonna just check out and make sure my Pissmaster has the right moveset. You might have noticed the certain moves I gave it. It's because that's the raid moveset, and usually raid Mortys are very sturdy, are very good for Summer. I'm gonna switch out Pissmaster. He's on EV train, so we're just gonna see how this goes. No way he's gonna get more than like 2 stacks of attack buff. Some of you might be wondering if you have better chances to get good stuff if you pay more, and no, you don't. The packs aren't rigged, the IVs aren't rigged unlike Jerry's, so if you buy this pack, you aren't getting good IVs. The IVs are random. You can get perfect, you can get perfect trash, you can get in between. There's no difference between buying an item. That's why I always recommend buy the cheapest item, unless you're desperate for the attack seeds or something, that I guess you can buy it, but there's really no purpose. When you fight her once you buy an item. That's all you need to know. Some of you might lose to summer, and you might ask, what? You might be wondering what happens then. Nothing. You just lose the ticket you spent, which I guess you did buy an item. So is it really losing? Let's hope. Let's do. I might be able to survive this. And then juice. Ooh. No, I'm not surviving this. Yeah. I guess you need EV trained Mortys, but if you have EV trained Mortys, you automatically have the advantage. Because look at this.
Shut up, Rick.
This is all rock moves too. I'm gonna completely decimate them because they're un-EV trained. Reward Mortys are always going to be level 5, no matter what you do. If you're level 50, like I am, you're always getting level 5s. If you're level 1, like my Altis, you're getting level 5s. Her Mortys just come out as level 5s. All her Mortys are shiny too, which is kind of the appeal. She'll often give one exclusive Morty. Exclusive meaning the only way to get it is through trading or through summer. You have a 1 in 5 chance of getting that. So if you spend 5 tickets, you'll probably get 1. Usually, from what I've noticed, the first 5 tickets you spend will always give you the first 5 Mortys. They'll never duplicate until you spend a 6th ticket. You'll get vindicated. Some vans have really good item drops, like they'll have battery and purified fleeb. So like you just spend item. They both cost 1 ticket, and you could just use them to craft great serums and then use them and then craft more, which basically means the only thing stopping you from getting more, from playing more, is tickets. There's specific Mortys that everyone's like in love with. I'm out of tickets. I'll go craft another one. There's specific Mortys from summer that everyone's in love with, like Boy Band, which is now the best paper raid again. Cubism 2. Those 2 Mortys are summer van exclusives. And sometimes you might play this van, think you'll get them, but no, they only appear in 2 vans. Technically 6, but no, technically 5. How the van works is they use evolution lines. Right now, this evolution line is fireplace, so it goes candle. I just call it candle, but it's some weird. It's play on words, I guess, for Cinderella. That candle, whatever. I don't know. The one that we're currently in is lamp. After lamp is fireplace. The next van, which will be in 4 weeks, will be fireplace, the final evolution. Then after fireplace will be art critic, the evolution for cubism, and then cubism, which people are going to spend a lot of tickets on. After cubism is dapper, preppy, then boy band, that evolution line. After that is Emerald, the final evolution, which starts with Ruby, Sapphire, then Emerald. And then the next one after that is that evolution line we're on right now. This is the second roll round of the van. The reason why we know everything is because this is the second time it happened. I'm the only one who documented it. Oh, it's Chick Morty. Usually you get the exclusive first or second, but I'm getting it last, I guess. I haven't had this happen before. Some of you might enjoy getting shiny fully evolves. They're not always fully evolved. Sometimes you'll get trashy commons from it. Just depends. There's a rumor that in Hayward's Discord server, when it was good, there was a rep from Pocket Mortys who would tell us things, and they told us that after this roll around, like after this current ban, the secondary Mortys, aka not the reward Mortys, but the 4 other, will be randomized, which will mean all the lists we have of all the reward Mortys will be outdated and invalid. I'll still continue to document them for anyone who's interested. Okay, I'm going to walk you through every summer van. First, I'm going to start with the oddest one, which has actually not been in summer's van, I believe, which is Struggling Artist Morty. This is a Morty that was, which if you look at its moveset and stuff, this is supposed, You can obviously tell it has the same stat distributions as an evolution. It was supposed to evolve into Art Critic and then evolve into Cubism. However, they have yet to make that possible. Next is Art Critic. Art Critic is similar to the other Morty, but has a move called But Is It Art, which is a medium debuff to attack, defense, evade, and speed. Very powerful. Once you get one evade debuff, the rest are like guaranteed to hit. And it can fully debuff Mortys easily without them being able to combat you. The one downside is his stats aren't the greatest and he doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but besides that, people like using him as like a budget-ish raider because he has Paralyze, he has Accuracy debuff, Attack, Defense, Evade. He has almost every single debuff in the game. He's missing Poison, but besides that, he's an amazing raid debuffer. However, he's often outshined by his evolution, Cubism. Pretty good base stats. He has a move called Abstract Form, which is a medium debuff to his attack, defense, and evade, and has a 50% chance to debuff the enemy and paralyze it. Combined with But Is It Art and Outpour, which is 120 power neutral move, and Piercing Stare, which is 108 power paper move, he is a very powerful Pit Morty. If you've ever played the Pit, you probably ran into him before and probably got decimated by him unless he had a good scissors. He can debuff you and buff himself. The only downside is his speed cannot be rebuffed by himself. Next, we're going to go to Dapper. Dapper overall is pretty useless. You look at him, he could be used for raids as a main attacker, but due to his lackluster stats and the fact that he's very soft, he'll probably die before he gets all his AP out. Next is Preppy, his next evolution. Very much the same way. He has an interesting buff, but too low of an accuracy to actually be worthwhile. Maybe good for PvP, but like his best use is going to be evolving him into the next Morty, which is Boy Band. The best raid Morty for paper, damage-wise. Take that, 120 attack, or power, paper, Tally Ho, a strong attack buff, Dance Off, it's a lackluster regen, but it works. And then you have the Old Boston Wall Up, or Hit the Books. Hit the Books has the potential to do more damage, while the Old Boston Wall Up does consistent damage. It will always hit twice. Hit the Books will hit 2 times the most all the time, but once, not always, 3 times. Next, we're doing Ruby. This is what a lot of people view as the most useless evolution line. If you look at Ruby, it's just, yeah, as an attack buff, it looks cool. Doesn't really do anything else besides that. Next is Sapphire. Kind of the same thing. Diamond Dazzler could be useful for non-meta PvP, but there's not a lot of people who do that. Next, the most interesting one, but still not the greatest, is he has the highest power absorb in the entire game, 110. Like, you could, but this Morty doesn't have a defense debuff or an attack buff, so like you'll never really get the best use out of this. Gotron still has a better regen because of his attack buff debuff move. Next, we'll be moving on to Candelera. So this one, the one I can't pronounce. If you look at it, it's also another interesting PvP Morty to use. Still nothing else to really use it for as an interesting moveset. Next is Lamp, the one that's in this van. Spew Fire, it burns against the move Burning Oil, which is a high power paper move. 125. Pretty good, but not the best. And then finally, Fireplace. As the final move, Bold and Daring, which is the same as Boy Band's very lackluster, or very very untrustworthy move because it just doesn't have good accuracy. However, it's all strong. So it's attack, defense, speed, accuracy, evade. Every single buff in the game is in this one move. You only need one of these to hit you only need one of these to hit twice to have it fully maxed out. 33, 33, 33, 33, 5 accuracy. Pretty powerful move. Only issue is that it's 33%. So not a lot of people will use it. However, it buffs every single of your buffs all the buffable stats. So it's very powerful if you can do it. And that's currently every single exclusive in Summer's Van. Next, then I'll fire 2 more times for you. Return. One of the best Mortys. Usually what I like doing is I like having one Morty take out all of Summer. So I can look at the Morty she gives her in my team. It's not always. Sometimes I'll lose, but not always. Plus you can also switch train. Switch power level. Oh no. Basically you put your Morty first and you switch back, you daze Summer's Morty, and they both your Mortys get XP. But the Morty you had out first doesn't get EV, so you can level it up to see how good its IVs are. Trover's pretty good because he's pretty tanky against un-EV trained Mortys. Sometimes you get shit RNG and die, but it's not always common. People would also prefer to use Gotron since he's just OP and he has a regeneration move. Hissmaster I think would be pretty good if you had an EV trained one. Your level doesn't really matter, but like, I recommend you use only one Morty, because if that one Morty levels up, you'll be able to actually take it on. And wow, I'm getting Lamp last. Spacesuit, goodbye. I know I'm wearing a spacesuit skin, so he'd be fitting for me. But sadly, I won't keep him. And then this will be my final fight with Summer. After I heal. I spent 10 tickets on this. You guys better like and subscribe. You retain strength. As you notice, usually AI is very easy to predict. It shares the same AI as the pit. And if you learned how to cheese the AI's pit, you can easily cheese Summer. Plus, all her Mortys are untrained, which makes her even more of a piece of cake. I almost said a walk-up cake. Sure hope people don't do that. She actually used a good move for once, which I can't counter, but I can kill her faster than she can kill me, which I thought, but I'm getting fucked by RNG. You gotta hope you can do the suplex, which is the highest rock move in the game with 135 power. I don't know what power means exactly either, but like, it's multiplicative, which I believe is the right word. Does more damage towards scissors, like a lot more damage. And there you go, the broken lamp Morty, because its position is all broken and off place. If you walk around, you can see the little lamp. I will be keeping Lamp Morty. If you like and subscribe right now and comment in the description blah blah blah, you have a chance to win this lamp. You want this lamp, I promise. It's a good lamp. Let's look at its stats right now. As you can see, it is a lamp. It has good lamp stats. Let's calculate its IVs right now. Oh, it's a pretty bad lamp. 5 to 14 health. 5 to 14 attack, I'm talking about IVs, 5 to 14 defense, and 0 to 9 speed. It's a pretty horrible lamp, which is why you should want it. Trust me, you want this lamp. You don't know what the lamp is like. You don't understand. It's a good lamp. You should take it. You might know this, but since all of Summer's Mortys are shiny, meaning normal do not exist. However, they made an error during a certain van. The preppy, dapper, and boy band van started spawning them naturally, meaning you could catch wild versions of them. As you can see right here, this is a non-shiny dapper. They're in limited supply, and every single day that goes by, they lose in value. You might also notice I have this Good Boy Morty, a raid Morty, which is shiny, which is not possible. It's another one of error. It's another error with Summer's van. During the final van, the fireplace van, Good Boy was accidentally put into the van right before his raid was supposedly supposed to happen. Well, this video was a pain to edit. I just finished. Turns out the end got cut off slightly. All I did was brag, I guess. But, yeah. If you made it this far, then you must really want to know about Summer's van. I'm like the only person who really knows or cares about the van. Even Hayward didn't really give a shit about the van. He just copied my data and just put it on the website. Which is wrong somehow. Which is really funny. But, yeah. You might be hearing a dog cry in the background, but that's just because he's sad. Why is he sad? Because he has anxiety. He doesn't like me that much. He'd rather cry upstairs than hang out with me. Yeah, enough personal things, I guess. Thank you for watching. You should definitely join my Discord server, which I'll be putting in the description. Very first link. Lots of Pocket Morty's fun. Just join and yeah, that's all you gotta do. Don't join any other Pocket Morty servers. They're all evil. Trust me. Yeah, this video took like how many hours? Like 3 or 4. Might not sound like a lot, but God, it was horrible. Ugh. Mostly because everything just went wrong. Like, oh, so many things went wrong. This is my version of an outro since it cut off early. But yeah, do the things you want to do to the channel and have fun playing Pocket Mortys.